Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly CO2 review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 13th Commitments of Traders report of this year, 2023, of course, and we shall start our analysis by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. I will talk about the iCOT Intraday Indicator. I'm actually going to be comparing the two analysis methods with each other in light of this couple of weeks, or actually could have been 2 months since for CFTC wasn't publishing Commitments of Traders reports. So I'm just trying to kind of show you guys how you can benefit from iCOT Intraday Indicator on daily candlestick charts. So we're going to be looking at the South African Rand. It's going to be part of this review because there's a huge COT Extreme over there. And for those who are new to COT analysis, rest assured here at COTBase.com you will find a lot of educational material explaining to you what the Commitments of Traders report is all about and how you can analyze it, what sorts of reports there are. We do have some videos guiding you through the analysis process, step-by-step tutorials, how to benefit from COT analysis. It is a very, very valuable information that the Commodity Futures Trading Commission shares with us on a weekly basis. So let's get back to the review. As you can see, we have Oats on top of our list. I'm not showing you all the market categories, so there's something left for our subscribers, but we are analyzing the classic, or as CFTC calls it, the legacy CO2 report type, and we are analyzing the combined futures and options data type. You have the option of looking at futures only data type or options only data type, but in these reviews I tend to look at the combined. So Oats is on top of our list. We are of course looking at commercials net position changes. We have a 37% change based on a 52-week look back period. So we look at this recent change and compare it to the past 52 weeks and see where that stands. It's a huge change. You may see over here we have these longer lines. What that means is there was no new reports. So simply because Oats is a small market, it can happen that for a couple of months there's no reports published on it. So maybe it's a good idea to switch to 3 years and then see everything in perspective, because you can still see that this is the change in commercials net positions. You can kind of measure it to what the average change size is. Definitely much greater, possibly top 5 even on a 3 years look back period, and it is bearish. But because we already have seen a couple days decline and we have more of a bullish COT Extreme, if we switch to the 5-year chart, it becomes even more clear. I'm not that excited about that COT change signal. I think that it's important to understand that we are in a more bullish extreme territory right now, so I'd be expecting higher prices in the next couple of weeks and month ahead of us. So let's move on and have a look at cocoa. Here we have a 30% change in commercials net positions on the 1-year chart, where we have enough and sufficient amount of data. You can see that this is a bearish COT change signal, but in this case we are getting it in a good timing, because I like to get COT change signals when the market is headed in the opposite direction, meaning we are headed higher but we're getting a bearish COT change signal. So that's good. That's good to know. And if you move to the 5-year chart, not only do we have a bearish COT change signal, but we have a bearish COT Extreme as well. Now on this 5-year chart, it's clearly visible that bearish COT Extremes correlate with tops in the market. The most bearish COT Extreme on this 5 years time horizon from February of 2020, just at that top. What a beautiful signal over there. So we are getting this bearish extreme. Now caution is advised for those who are new to COT analysis. These stress levels can be building up for weeks and possibly months before you see a major shift in the trend. So that's something you should keep in mind. The next market is rough rice. Here we have a 26% change in commercials net position. So this is a bearish COT change signal, but again, not surprisingly, since Oats is a correlating market, we have had a decline already, so I'm not that excited about this COT change signal. And moving to the 5-year chart, you can see that we are actually just moving away from bullish COT Extreme levels that are indicating rough rice is actually going higher. Moving on to large speculator COT Extreme, as I've mentioned in the beginning, South African Rand on top of our list, all-time COT Extreme, all over commercials and large speculators. So this suggesting strengthening in the South African Rand. We have witnessed a decline that's been going on for quite some time, since mid-2021. This huge bullish COT Extreme suggesting that we may have reached the bottom in this market. I think it's an important signal, and after witnessing this couple weeks and month of CFTC not publishing CO2 reports, I'm pleased and proud to tell you that iCOT Intraday Indicator is actually a tool that you could use in times like that. So here you can see this is a daily candlestick chart, and we are getting bullish stress level readings from our own indicator. So this is the iCOT scores chart, which is not data from CFTC, but it's our own indicator, and as you can see, it pretty much gives us the same result, showing us that we are expecting something to be bottoming in the South African Rand. So that's just a little glimpse on how you can actually benefit from our indicator. I think it's important to have that beside classic COT analysis. They work very well hand in hand, even though it's more tuned towards intraday indicator. Intraday technical analysis, I think it's very well used on daily candlestick charts as well. You can see how bullish readings are here just at changes in the trend, and even catching this top over here. Beautiful stripe signal over there. But back to the review and moving on to our next market, we've got lean hogs. In lean hogs, we have another all-time COT Extreme. In large speculators, an unquestionable bullish extreme, and we are expecting lean hogs to be headed higher. And last but not least, we've got soybean oil with 189 report extreme. Soybean markets tend to perform very well when analyzed through COT analysis lenses. So you can see that we haven't had this reading for quite a bit of time, almost 4 years. So huge extreme over there. Again, I could repeat myself, looking on this 5 years chart, there's room left for traders to reach even greater extremes. So be cautious about jumping into a market just purely based on this reading. But it is good to note that stress levels are building up, and we should be expecting higher prices in soybean oil. Of course, there's much more to do here at cotbase.com, and if you're someone who really wants to dig into the report, then you can actually choose a market that you're interested in. We talked about South African Rand, and you can actually do that with the help of cotbase.com. There's so many data sets that you can actually analyze and chart, by the way, so it's not something in a table format only, but you can actually have it charted. You can, if you're a pro member, you can actually download the data, and you can actually analyze the data in your own NinjaTrader platform. So the COT Base Pro indicator, including everything on that you see in the website, but you can actually use it in NinjaTrader. The iCOT Intraday Indicator tools are available not only in Ninja, but also on TradingView as well. And the iCOT Intraday Indicator with AfterSignal will give you wonderful help in catching tops and bottoms, and telling you when to enter and exit a certain trade. So there's really a lot of tools, and as I said, COT Base is focused on the commitments of traders reports, which is basically stress level analysis that we introduced into the shorter time frames as well. A lot of great tools. If you have any questions, feel free to comment underneath these videos or send us an email to info@cotbase.com, and we'd be happy to help you. Otherwise, I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you in my next COT review. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Goodbye.